What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How y'all feeling today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we about to get into these mirror affirmations. Bad Al, the self-talk deck. I talked to y'all about this the other day. And I decided to move this activity into my altar space. Right? And so today we're gonna rock out a little bit in my own altar space. That's where I'm at now. Please, what up, Limelight? If you could invite 5 because we live. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm getting my little incense and resin set up here. And what up, Ebony Rose? Can we go ahead and invite about 5 people? Let's get into these affirmations. I'm gonna try to see, can I keep this under 20 minutes? Somebody put the clock on me. Let's get ready to go. If you see something, say something. If one of these is big for you, then jump on it, you know. If you would like this deck after we finish, or anytime, just go to workwithoye.com and send me a message, and I'll send you the link. They're only $27. I really don't even know, like why everybody doesn't have these, but we're about to see. All right. So let's get it popping. What up? What up? What up? What up? So how these work is let me turn the camera around. How these work is you have to be in front of a mirror, and then you have to hold the card up, look at what the card says, and then read it to the mirror, because the body you can't lie to your body. So this is the beginning of your shadow work, where you're feeling what is it that's coming up in the body when you look yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself. Because when you be talking to other people, that's our biggest thing is like, oh, I'm okay, I'm fine. And we're really not. That's the biggest spiritual practice in the world in the United States right now, is telling everybody that I'm okay. I'm good, don't worry about me. Everything's straight. So I took this mirror. I had it in my bedroom. I decided to move it into my altar space because I want my ancestors to hear and witness what I got going on. That's a nice little burn right there. Slide that over there. I like smoky incense. So some of you saw this the other day, and I just was wondering, did you order your cards, right? Goddess Supreme is in the building. What it do? Big shouts out to everyone that's here. Please drop your city and state and what your team zodiac is, and let's get the party started. If you're already here, I want you to participate as well. All right? Slide this up a little bit more to me. I want to turn it like this, right? I guess. Yeah. That's better. All right, let's get it started. Now, I like doing these in the morning and in the evening. I have not been doing these for about 3 days, and I was just like, yo, let's get reset, especially on this full moon. So let's get it popping. What up, Team Gemini in the building from Durham, North Carolina. I do see Team Capricorn in the building as well. Baton Rouge, I don't know, you could be anywhere today. Appreciate that. Wiesbaden, Germany. What up, Team Cancer? Come on, so let's get it popping today. You ready? So what I like to do is just hold it up, see, and then say it. I give myself permission to feel. Oh wait, you gotta have something you gotta have the blank ones in here. So there's some blank ones in here that's gonna mark my space. That's gonna show me when I'm at the end. Always put your blank cards, like either at the beginning or at the end. And also one thing I do is if one of these sticks out, I throw it to the side so I can address it. I throw it to the side so I can address it. And today I'm going to shuffle them up one more time. All right. What up, New York? Harlem World is in the building. Elementalism in England. Come on, man. I need some more of the UK on my feed. What up, James Taylor? How y'all feeling? Who's been doing shadow work on a level of 1 to 10? What's your shadow work looking like? Nubian T, what up, Team Virgo? What does your shadow work currently look like? All right. I think some of these are upside down. Well, a lot of them are upside down. We'll figure it out as we go. All right, let's get it popping. Doo-doo. What up? I am peace. Yours is about a 7. Word. Well, let's get it popping. Come on, camera. What you gonna work with me? There you go. I am safe and at peace in the present moment. I am grateful for all that I am and all that I have. I manifest my desires quickly and easily. I am so resourceful. I am forgiven. I want to talk about that one later. Ooh. I like me. It's always some fire. I let go of the past. I always like talking about that one. I accept people as they are. What a beautiful reminder. I learn from my mistakes. I have infinite potential. I am respected and appreciated. I choose me first. I choose me first. I allow people their choices. I allow people their choices. Ooh, that's personal for me. I trust myself. I trust myself. I honor my agreements. I honor my agreements. That's including cosmic agreements. I give because I am blessed. I give because I am blessed. I receive and appreciate the love in my life. What is this one here? Uh-oh. Letting go is letting grow. All my earth signs out here, y'all should have felt that one. Good gracious. I share my love openly and freely. I know I'm coming back to that one. I have an open mind. I got something to say about that. I am generous with myself and others. Ooh. I live with grace. I am stronger than fear, much stronger than fear. I am blessed. That's just regular accounting. I am thoughtful. Instead of I am thoughtful, I like to say I am thoughtful. Oh, absolutely. I am kind. Oh, I want to discuss that one too, because somebody might need some help on that one. If you need help on one of these, just type it in the joint. If you need help, when you see it, if you need help with one, type it in. Okay, we'll address it. I am lovable all day, baby, because I love me. Oh man, I am safe and secure. I am valued because I value me. I'm so worthy. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by love. I share my love openly and freely. Hasina, you having problems with that one, or that's one of your favorites? I want to know which the ones y'all having problems with. Well, you can do me your favorite too, okay? You can say, this is my favorite. This is the one I need some help with. I am talented Come on, boy. You know it. Know you talented, boy. I give myself permission to feel. I see so many people constipated because they don't give themselves permission to feel. I pay my bills lovingly, joyfully, and on time. Yeah, I don't call them bills. Do I have to change this to financial responsibilities? I handle my financial responsibilities lovingly, joyfully, and on time. Let's put that over to the side and fix that one. I am grateful for the love in my life. I am very grateful for the love in my life. And the reminder, you know what I'm saying? And I got to have love for myself just to be grateful for the love in my life. I am powerful. I am powerful all day. I am wise. I'm wise because I know how to let stuff go in the past. That's why I'm so wise. You could be wise too. I express my needs and feelings. I've been working on this one right here. I want to talk about that. I lovingly accept myself. This is the answer to comparing all the time. Let me come back to that. I easily forgive. I do easily forgive and move on, and jokers be thinking that I'm still holding on to it. That's really crazy. I am loved for certain. I am loved. I am unique. There's nothing like a OE. There's nothing. It's just me, dog. It's only me. I have loving and harmonious relationships. Now, this one is a big one. I could talk about this one right here really, really hard. I have loving and harmonious relationships. What does a loving and harmonious relationship look like? Woohoo! Especially if you claiming poly. If you claiming poly, I just got finished a jewel from my man Sauce God. We'll get into that in a second. I allow spirit to take that. There we go. I allow spirit to work through me for his highest good. So many of these I could probably do a whole 30 minutes on. I am clever. Absolutely, I am clever. I am creative. That hits right so well in my body. I live my life with authenticity. This is a big one right here. This is what attracts women to me, and this is also what runs them away. Because a lot of times they've been practicing hiding their shame so much and hiding their stuff so much, they don't want to be authentic when it comes to healing around another person. You think that you're supposed to get in some kind of relationship and then all of a sudden be all, it blocks people from being authentic when they can't tell the truth. That's joint crazy. I am loved and supported. I got such a secret force of loving and support. If I roll over to the side, you look directly over my shoulder, you see Mama Kathy and them over there. What happens if I turn this? You see all that? There's a lot of love on that altar over there. Trust and believe. Ooh. I prosper. This is the same thing as that's I prosper. That's the same thing as I win. I prosper. I prosper. I am beautiful, even with the scruffy scruff out here. The scruffy scruff. Some people, they want to heal their trauma. They don't know how to heal their traumas. Everybody wants to heal a trauma. There's nobody walking around talking about they don't want to heal a trauma. Everybody wants to heal a trauma. Oh, yeah. I love myself. Me, I sincerely love myself. That's why it's easy for me to attract love. Well, this one I got to talk about because me and Nick Yama was having a conversation the other day, and I need to get into this right here. If you just got here, please introduce yourself by putting your city and state and your team zodiac. I'm OE's son, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your favorite astrologer. Today I'm doing these mirror affirmation self-talk cards. I do these in the morning and at night, but I done missed about 3 days. So I'm getting back into it. I said I wanted to do it every day because on Instagram, are you talking to your body? Are you looking in the mirror and talking to your body and saying wonderful things about yourself? Because if you ain't, why not? What's the problem or what's the hold up? What's the hold up on the fold up? Anybody know about this this Copal? I'm gonna drop some of this Copal on here again. The Copal Negro. Anybody know about that? Ooh, wait. Anybody got that good Copal? Anybody's got a good connect on some Copal? Please holler at your boy. Yeah, 3 days goes by really, really, really fast. Wait, turn that back around. There we go. I've probably been sitting on this Copal for a few years, as a matter of fact. Allie here, full moon Aries in the DC, shawty. What up, Allie love? Copal is my favorite. Peace, Felicity, Team Pisces, Detroit. You just ordered yours? Yep. I have an altar in my room with parents and non-physical ancestors on that table. Yeah, I wouldn't have an altar in my room though. I don't teach people to set up altars in their room. There's plenty of reasons why too. What up, Uniqueness? How you feeling? Let's keep it popping. I am resilient. I am resilient. That's the thing about me. I won't quit. This piece right here, but I have to be careful with this one. I'm gonna come back to that. I am learning from my mistakes. This is the key to wisdom. I'm always gonna talk about that. Are you learning from your mistakes? Make more mistakes so you can learn. And stop trying to be talking about I don't got time to raise nobody. I'm always gonna be talking about relationships. Like, how do we have dynamic spiritual relationships? That's a course I need to teach right there. Yeah. I speak my truth, not a parrot. My truth, not somebody else's truth. You know, when I can make it my own truth, that's when I really fall into it. I am abundantly provided for by the universe. I am abundantly provided for by the universe. Bam. I forgive myself. Holding a grudge against yourself is just like drinking your own poison. I forgive myself. Ooh, who seen this one? Who needs this one right here? I am enough. I am enough. That's it. I am enough. I am paid well to do what I enjoy. I am paid well to do what I enjoy. I am whole. Whole. I had a big lesson on this one right here the other day too. Oh my goodness. I am wealthy because I'm healthy. I'm thinking more healthy thoughts. This one, like, what is the formula for wealth? Formula for wealth is my time, my wisdom, and my energy. That's how I know how wealthy I am. Then I got to put commitment on it. Wealthy won't come unless you're committed. So wealthy does not come from multiple streams of income. I was like, dang, I'm supposed to be saving these to the end. Ooh, I love unconditionally. This would run a lot of women away from me too. Because they're not ready. They haven't experienced unconditional love, and they love with conditions. Oh, I can only love you if you do this. Oh, you didn't listen to what I said and you were dismissive, so I can't love you. So you did this and such and such and such and such and such and such. So I can't love you. I don't need your love if the joint ain't unconditional, because that's all I got. It's tough to match unconditional love. So this one, Paul Marks, thank you for this one right here. I love unconditionally. Ooh, and then guess what else? Guess what I love? I love myself, and I love myself unconditionally. I love myself, the self that I'm rocking with. I'm in love with it. And to be able to read that in the daily, it just makes you feel much better. Bam! I attract love. I attract love. Never have had a shortage of it. Never had a shortage of love or women or wisdom or access. The problem is my commitment. And not am I committed to somebody like by being sexually exclusive, but am I committed to that practice, you know, of them being in a relationship. But a lot of people are so uncommitted and they find themselves in raggedy relationships because they were being so romantic. And then all of a sudden it was like, oops, I done had a baby now. So now I can't go nowhere. I got to stay here with the kid. And now you're teaching the child how to stay in uncomfortable situations for the rest of their life. Oh, I graciously receive gifts from the universe. My Venmo, OYE517, my PayPal, OYESun88@gmail. If you got to have PayPal, I can get you something. So absolutely, if you want to send me a gift, graciously receive gifts from the universe. The other day, somebody sent me $50 for lunch. because of doing one of these videos. Guess what I did? I graciously received it. I was like, yeah, thank you so much. I am trustworthy. Can I look at myself and say I am trustworthy? This is why I'm doing it in my altar room, so my ancestors can look at me and say, yo, wherever he's having to flinch at, we gonna jump in. I find a positive in every situation. Even when jokers is whining and complaining, but you can't whine and complain around me and hang around. However, I find the positive in every situation. I appreciate, this one right here. Do you appreciate the individuality in others? I appreciate the individuality in others because that's what I want in return for me. I want respect of my individual. I take full responsibility for my choices. This is what a God is. I take full responsibility for my choices. This one here. This is a head buster. Because if you ain't accountable, then how you gonna rock with this one right here? If you just got here, please drop your Team Zodiac and what city and state you represent. Share this with 5 people because somebody needs to catch the replay. Miss Moore, I love when you send me messages, but you keep false flagging and saying I'm ready to go deeper. Like when I do these, it's not just so I could get a client. I'm doing it for me too. But I just received a message from a young lady who's told me at least 6 times. She's known me probably for about 4 years. I ain't seen her in like 2, but I see, and then it'd be like, oh, I'm ready to go deeper. Keep coming up that side of the mountain, babe. Come on then. Come on then. If you're going to do it, then come on and do what you say you're going to do and make a commitment. I am making a difference. I am making a difference. That's important that whether you know whether you're making a difference or not. What up, Team Aries? Miami in the building. Kiss the Goddess is in the building. Team Scorpio. Ooh, you're only going to get this one if you in the Inner Magic Academy. I am aligned with my highest potential. How you going to pull this one off if you ain't studying astrology and your gene keys and your human design? I'll wait for the answer. I'm not sure. But how you going to pull this one off? I'm aligned with my highest potential. You don't even know what your highest potential is if you don't know your own numbers. Your most important KPIs is your birthday. This joint is crazy. I am more than my faults and failures. Way more. I failed a lot and had a lot of failures. And I'm more than that. I choose love over fear. I choose love all the time over fear. Because the opposite of fear, opposite of love is trauma. I am healthy. See how my back straightened out? I had some feeling over this left shoulder when I said that. I was like, well, sit up with your spine straight then if you so healthy. Bam! I have radiant health too. That means my health radiates out from me. When I go somewhere, that's how I'm a blessing. And then the blank card is back at the top. I hope this was helpful. Now I'm just going to run through, like almost half the deck.
Are you at the fork in the road of life where you know you require specific strategies that will uncover what's next? You've done some spiritual work, but still can't quite figure out how to apply those principles practically in your life. Ready to emerge from the shadows of inconsistency, confusion, and stagnation, and baby, head into the doors of clarity, prosperity, and everlasting peace. Well, listen to the vibrational frequencies of my voice and feel its healing powers. I am Mayet Ajay-Ib, and honey, I've been where you are. At Internal Growth and Wellness, we create a personalized path for healing, restoration, and individualized evolution. So head on over to www.intgw.com and let's get started on your personalized plan today.
These are the ones I said I wanted to have a mention on real quick. Y'all still with me? What up, Sirius? What up, Osk? What up, everybody that's in the building? If you just got here, please drop in your city and state and what team Zodiac. I do need more info on astrology and my natal chart. Yeah, or you can just delay the process, and then later on you're gonna have to pay the dumb tax sooner or later. This just made some fly rhyme thanks to this. Okay, what up, Swaggertron is in the building. Team Aquarius is in Seattle. Let's get into this. Hold on, let me drop another piece of copal on here. Oh no, I like this right here. It don't even have a label on it, but it smells delicious. All right, so let's just want to just break a little something. Oh, this is a money blend, but I see a dollar bill in here. Bam! Let's just put the whole thing up there. It was a dollar bill, a corner of a dollar bill. That might be from Jasmine. Okay, let's get it. What up, San Francisco? Team Virgo is in the building. The Really Not just fell up in here. Ruben is in the building. Peace to the fam. Please make sure you press 5 if you've already invited 5 people, and make sure you drop this Team Zodiac. I'm learning from my mistakes. This is where wisdom comes from. Learning from your mistakes is how you become wise instead of being afraid to make mistakes. People always say they want to be in a dope relationship, but they're so afraid of making mistakes. And they think everything's supposed to be perfect. So then if it's not the way they want, then they withdraw. That's a form of childishness that can be grown out of. Okay, it's a form of childishness and immaturity that can be grown out of. But you can hold on to childishness and hold on to immaturity too. In my particular opinion, people who say they don't have time, especially women who say they don't have time to raise a full-grown man, that's mental immaturity, because you're not even looking at what his mother did to him. You know what I'm saying? So you're thinking it's all his fault. He didn't have no support. Look at all the stuff that your mother and father didn't support you with, that you had to get on your own, or somebody had to tolerate you in order for you to get it so you could grow. So, you know, give people a little leeway. I am resilient. You can't quit. You can't quit, yo. You cannot. As soon as you quit, especially if you done decided you was going to get on the path, things are going to keep happening and pull you towards, but then you be out here trying to wait like a child, and you don't want to go forward like that. That don't make sense. I love myself. I love myself. Do you love yourself? Do you love the skin you're in? Not just if I'm black or I'm white or whatever, but do you love you? Do you love you? That's the first formula of receiving love from somebody else. You got to pour into yourself. I got enough love for like 1,000 folks. I ain't gonna be in no 500 relationships, but over my life, I have been in probably 500 relationships, whether they were short, long, medium, intense, random, violent, kind, whatever, right? But you got to love yourself first. Help lead to get a better growth expansion. Okay. I'm looking comfy and cozy like a Taurus all day. Facts. I have to show grace to my husband, knowing that what he learned and didn't learn. Right, because you want grace back for yourself. Absolutely. What up, Miss Parker? I live my life with authenticity. This is just something that I wish more women would do so men could pick it up. But the more you have women that are faking, that they don't need help, that they're okay, that they have enough money and there's no other problems, then you get men that's doing the same faking, and they give off that same energy. That's not cool. It ain't cool, because who's going to start by being authentic? Stop using the word vulnerable. Just say, I'm being authentic. There's nothing in here. We didn't have a vulnerable card. I live my life with authenticity. What are you afraid of? I allow spirit to work through me for the highest good. I probably go through, this is one of the ones where I'm not afraid to be in a relationship, because I know spirit is working through me for the highest good. It says the highest good. It didn't say my highest good. It says the highest good. You can't be thinking it's always got to be about you. The highest good may be you may need to be in a relationship and somebody else is getting more out of it than you are. Because it ain't your turn to receive like that. It's your turn to give and pour into somebody. I'm on preaching today on Sunday. I have loving and harmonious relationships. Do you have loving and harmonious relationships? The handyman is the handy woman is in the building, 804. Veronica, one of my favorites. The Porter family in the building. Peace, peace, King. Team Taurus, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. What it do? Please press 5 because we live. Invite 5 people. I have loving and harmonious relationships. You know how you have loving and harmonious relationships? Because you're starting with yourself. You're loving and you're harmonious with you, and you ain't out here trying to like run from stuff either. You can't just stay in the hole and think everything is always going to be loving and harmonious, right? Right. These cards are only $27. I don't know how much the shipping is, but it can't be much. If it's less than 40 and you can use these twice a day, then, and you don't get them, you playing yourself. I lovingly accept myself. I lovingly accept myself. Not I tolerate myself and stuff like that, but I lovingly accept myself. It's always full of love when when I'm on my dean. I express my needs and feelings. This part right here. Like, yeah, I need certain things, not only in the bedroom or personally, but I need like different, like how do we express? There's so much fear of expressing to people what our needs and feelings are. I think I need to use this card first and be like, can you please express your needs and feelings before we get started? Man, I give myself permission to feel. A lot of y'all are just shut down. Why so many women shut down? Why have you taken permission away from yourself to feel? And I be on the women because the men, we follow what y'all do. So if y'all don't have given yourself permission to feel, and then it's like, well, men, you don't have no feelings anyway because you're just supposed to be a check. You're supposed to be paying for everything. That's all, and your feelings don't matter. Well, that strategy has no sustainability. It won't work. I'm talented. Do you know what your talents are? This is a big one right here too. When I talked to Sauce, well, I didn't talk to Sauce God. I'm gonna turn this one around. So Sauce God was on Clubhouse the other day, and they was asking him about what are his regulations and standards for being in a poly relationship. And you know what he said? The first one was applied knowledge of self. And an applied knowledge of self, it means you can't be working for someone else. Because if you work for someone else, how can you apply your knowledge of self? Can the boss come over here and snatch the job from you because you want to do something else? And are you afraid of the job being snatched from you? This is why I love this I am talented joint. Can you rely on your own talents? You know what I'm saying? That's why I be like women, they be talking about I got my own money, I can buy my own stuff. Do you have a boss? Is it a check or you making your own money? If you making my own money means nobody can fire me. Okay? And that means if you just on Instagram creating content, that's not a boss. I don't care if you're getting paid $4,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, $20,000 a month. That's still not a boss. Because if Instagram goes away, what are you going to do? Interesting. I am surrounded by love. Look at your environment. How do you make this true? If you're not surrounded by love, then what do you need to do to make sure that you are surrounded by love? Not fake love either. I was talking to Nick Yama the other day, right? The handyman says, I am the boss. Now you the boss because I know you don't work for nobody and your hands show it. So I could rock with you. I could rock with you in a relationship, period, whether it would be monogamous or poly. But for me, I'm non-monogamous. I'm non-monogamous because I'm not smart enough to have just one woman. Because if I was just with one woman, she'd be getting away with so much stuff. So another woman is definitely going to help me. You know, they'll offset that because of the energies that women have. They know when the other woman is trying something. So really, and especially being a priest, I need that diversification of energy, and I'm cool with it. Everybody else is not cool with it. So surround yourself with love, but it's got to be some self-love too. Because when I was thinking, like the other day, turn this around, one of my teachers was like, yo, you probably never have felt real love in your whole life. What up, Jazzy the Sensei? What up, Caleb? Tony Roman's in the building. He was like, you probably never have felt real love in your whole life. And I went back and thought, I was just like, I can't remember my mother loving me or telling me she loved me or showing me love. They were breaking up 4 times before I was 12 years old. Then she left when they got divorced at 12. So I didn't get that from my mother. Definitely have been looking for it as an adult. Did not know I was looking for it. And a lot of my traumas was not having love early on. So I had to learn how to do unconditional love for myself. That prepares me for a relationship, right? And it also scares away those who are incapable of love. So surround yourself with love. And look at this next one. I am lovable. You got to be worth loving. You can't just be out here talking about just do this for me and do this for me. Are you kind to yourself? I am kind. Are you kind to yourself? Are you kind to others? Do you forgive yourself, or do you just let things just keep going on and keep building up? And then next thing you know, you just back to being mad again, for silly reasons, not for no reason, but for silly reason. I am blessed. Do you recognize that you are blessed? How many of you resonate on a scale of 1 to 10? How is this card hitting you? On a scale of 1 to 10, let's do I am blessed. Do you really believe that you're blessed? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is I barely feel it, and 10, I know I'm super blessed. Let me take roll on that one right there. And then put blessed and put the number beside it. Put blessed and put the number beside it. I'm generous with myself and others. I believe in treat myself, don't cheat myself. Me personally, this one, I'm generous with myself and others because now that's the energy I want coming back to me, right? I have an open mind. I have an open mind. This is one of the keys to wisdom, is having an open mind about situations, not such a closed mind. So if you don't know something and somebody else knows it, don't close your mind and walk off and just pout. Once again, that's childish and immature behavior that can be fixed, can be upgraded. Oh, I share my love openly and freely. I don't really want to charge somebody for my love, but my love is real, real different though. Come on, man. I share my love openly and freely. Yeah. How do you share your love? That whole thing. Oh, do they deserve this? Do they deserve that? Let me hold back at this. Let me hold back at that. I'm just like, like for real. That's different. Letting go is letting grow. This is a major one for me right here. Letting go is letting grow. Let people respect people and their choices where they at. Let them go so you can grow. I have to let some people go so I can grow. I honor my agreements. A lot of you have cosmic agreements in relationships that you don't honor. Yeah. What is the agreement that you even came to in the relationship? This is a heavy one right here. Jokers probably don't really want to get on this one right here too hard. Do you honor your agreements? And if you don't, what's holding you up? Okay, I see a lot of 10s on the blessings around here. Y'all sure y'all blessed? I should have asked for some receipts on, like, show me that you're blessed. Why? How do I know? What up, Miss Hanifa? I allow people their choices. This one right here will, recently I was witnessing a person that was around me that was making choices, and I was questioning their choices. I allowed it. However, I think sometimes when you be having to going back and forth, somebody just want to see what you're going to do. This is not complicated, but this one could definitely have a much deeper dive. I choose me first. Can you put yourself first? Ashki is in the building. What up, Lord? Can you put yourself first? You better put yourself first, is what I'm saying. Can you choose you first? And watch out for people who want you to choose them over you. And especially if you just have a whole bunch of trauma. If you just got a whole bunch of trauma, it's crazy. I am respected and appreciated. Do you appreciate and respect yourself? This is how you get respect and appreciation. Ta-da. I am respected and appreciated. I was complaining about not feeling appreciated too last week. Had to go take a whole bath. I was really upset about a bunch of stuff. And then I was just like, yo, fill yourself up with your own appreciation. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. That's the joint right there. I learned from my mistakes. You also can learn from the mistakes of others. That's why I'm doing this, so hopefully some of y'all can learn from the mistakes of others. But definitely you need to learn from your mistakes, because this is the key to wisdom. Can I get somebody to put hashtag keys to wisdom? Hashtag mistakes are the keys to wisdom. The more mistakes, the wiser you're going to be. The less mistakes, the dumber you're going to be. Ding, ding, ding. I accept people as they are. Boy, this one is crazy right here, because I can't fix you. There ain't nothing wrong with you, but you choosing low places and high places and stuff like that. Especially if you get around a person like me and say, man, I don't want to talk about it. Well, I can't read your mind. How can I assist you? Right? Because I'm solution oriented. I let go of the past. Boy, this one is something else. I do this so I can try to leave people alone who love to stay in the past. This is how I easily check people about them saying something about something that happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Be careful. What's that? Bespoke Barbary LLC? Madison, is that you? Islam Moore. I Like Me. This is Kanye West's favorite card. Kanye loves himself, so he don't need you to like him and approve. This is the real joint right here. I like me. I like me. And then this last one, I am forgiven. Why are you holding on to grudges and things like that? You know, there's a lot of errors that people make out here just because they want to hold a grudge against themselves. They think it's like some kind of super mission or some kind of badge that's going to get them somewhere, holding on to that. Infinite vibes in the building. Peace, peace, peace. And they couldn't be further from the truth. You know, you couldn't be further from the truth to think that you holding on to some grudge or something like that is going to help you out in the prospering. You know, if you got somebody there that can help you, then my suggestion is, you know, ask them for their assistance. And if they're willing to give it to you, all they could, you know, the worst thing they could do is just tell you no. And a lot of people don't like no's. They don't like somebody saying no. That's crazy. Aloha. There you go. There you go. It's my guy right there. I was looking for a pen so I could change this one, but I will do that at a later date. I hope this was helpful. It's time for me to get to some other work here before it's time for me to get some groceries. I'm in the 12th house season, letting it all go. What does that mean, God? What does that mean? What do you mean you're in the 12th house season? What's that mean? Come on, man. You gotta break it down for me. I'm also today, I want to shoot a quick class on medallions and protection. I'm not going to put that on Instagram. I'm going to just make a video and put it on my YouTube channel. So I would highly suggest that you follow me on my YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. The podcast is going to be coming through there shortly. And that's all I got for today. I'm also like this close to taking a little fast from Instagram. Yeah. But it's such a money season coming up. It's not necessarily that but I could though. I could fall back and chill. I'm really considering it. Really, 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 really considering it. Shanika's in the building. Team Leo. That's it for me, man. Please drop. What was your favorite card today? What was your favorite card today? What was it? I am at peace in the present moment. I am grateful for all that I am and all that I have. I manifest my desires quickly. Which one gave you the most? Which one was the most challenging for you? Okay, There go my man Hamidi. He letting it go. Surrendering the known and releasing the blockages coming from my ego and exploring the unknown mysteries of the universe and aligning with the message from my ancestors. You're going to have to get into your gene keys. You talking big gene key talk. And for me, I'm here to help astrologers, especially nasty astrologers, to go ahead and say, let's just transition over into gene keys. You don't have to leave astrology behind, but you're going to need that human design and that gene keys to answer some of our own hidden questions and hidden mysteries for ourselves. I put myself first. Let him go. I'm appreciated. I put myself first. I'm late. What? Oh, you late. I manifest all my desires quickly. Yeah. If you want to get a deck of these cards, they're only $27 before shipping. I don't know what the shipping cost is because you might want them priority. You can hit me on workwithoye.com and just send me a message in the little chat box, or you can DM me. I prefer you go through workwithoye.com though. Let's get it popping. These ain't even my cards. My man Paul Mark made these. This an amazing situation. Yeah, that's it. I got thank you for the follow. If you ain't been following, then get down with the follow. I found you in peace, and of course, I'm gonna leave you in prayer. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Enabakoa Gijalaki Minka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renard, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Na Gibor, Doshe Yikadeka, Kavava Shamran, Barkum Tyram, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasim Kadosh, Baru Tufka, Nahel Adateka, Yakid Yael, Amchapanez, Okrea Katushka Taker, Shavatanuka Belushma, Tazaka Tanu, Yadea Talamot, Baruk Shem, Kavomakuto, Lalam Vaed. Peace, 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 peace to the full moon for all of y'all. What up, Oops, Al Berry? If you just got here, thank you for joining in. You're going to have to catch the replay. We're doing that deep shadow work using the mirror. We just went through a nice mirror exercise. I was in my bedroom, but I moved. This is a different mirror. It's not the same mirror. I moved into my altar room. Also, one of the reasons is because I wanted the Jade Emperor to hear me today. So just make sure you make a good choice of what altar you're in front of when it's time to really start getting down with the get down. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.